Hello, good evening, and welcome to our live watch along of Barcelona versus Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. A place in the last four is at stake for both of these two sides. We're bringing you this broadcast on behalf of Total Football Analysis. If you're joining us via Hot Mic, a big good evening to you. If you're joining us via YouTube, good evening to you guys as well. Don't forget to hit the like buttons, share the broadcast. You know the drill by now. Do what you got to do. Let's get as many people on board as we possibly can throughout this game. We hope it's going to be an absolute cracker. Two very, very talented sides on display tonight. Barcelona, of course, missing out on the La Liga title this season, but the story was very different for Bayern Munich, who ran away with the Bundesliga crown in the end. We're not quite underway yet, around about 5 or 6 minutes until kickoff. I'm sure we'll see the players emerging from the tunnel very, very shortly. If you haven't already, download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code TFA2020, and you can use the app to synchronize our broadcast with your television pictures. It's a fantastic piece of technology brought to you by Hot Mic. It's brilliant stuff, and it means that we can provide you with an alternative soundtrack to tonight's game rather than your traditional television commentary. As you can see, I'm flying solo this evening, so I'm going to do my best to bring you a comprehensive and insightful broadcast covering this evening's game. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I'm absolutely buzzing about the prospect of what we might see here. Like I said, hit the like buttons if you haven't already, and we're going to bring you as much detailed coverage as we possibly can throughout the 90. We'll run through the teams in a minute, give you guys an opportunity to stick your questions in the live chat as well. Feel free, if you've got any questions, any comments even, stick them in the live chat and we'll come to as many of those as we possibly can throughout the broadcast. Of course, the game comes to you this evening from the Stade de Luz in Lisbon, the home of Benfica. The tournament has been relocated to Portugal in order to sort of deal with the protocols and make sure that everything is safe. You know, it's a really uncertain time at the moment, but football has continued, and so far, touch wood, I think they've done a brilliant job. I think it's been safe, and I don't think that we could have asked for it to be, I guess, dealt with in a more I guess, positive way. Of course, we've had incidents of people testing positive, and of course, we've even had incidents of footballers breaking the rules, which is certainly not on. But here we are. It's a Champions League quarter-final coming to you live from Lisbon. It's Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, two of the heavyweights of European football, as we see the two teams emerge onto the pitch now. And of course, they're going to do a period of appreciation for those working on the front line throughout the coronavirus pandemic. And of course, those people deserve an immense amount of credit for the jobs they've done. UEFA's messages: UEFA and European football recognise the dedication and sacrifices of all key workers during the pandemic. So UEFA very much recognising that, and we're going to see the players sort of paying their tributes as well. Start getting your questions in. Start getting your predictions into the live chat. Let's have as many predictions as we can possibly get. And we will be referring to those, of course, throughout the game as well. Lots and lots going on this evening over at Total Football Analysis via our YouTube channel and via the Hot Mic app. If you're tuned in via the Chronicles of Aguna YouTube channel, big hello to you guys as well. My own channel, and it's great to have a few of you guys on board as well this evening as we go through this one. E1BR27 says 3-1 to Bayern. Confident that Bayern Munich are going to win. I'm not going to give my prediction just yet because I don't want to ruin my credibility this early on in the broadcast, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, let's take you through the two starting 11s. Bear with me just a second as we look over at the two sides. For Barcelona, it's Andre Ter Stegen in goal. It's a back four of Jordi Alba, Lenglet, Piqué and Semedo, with Sergi Roberto, Sergio Busquets and De Jong in the middle of the park. And Arturo Vidal will be playing a supporting role, we believe, to Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. Not a bad side, that. Lionel Messi, 33 years old now, the Barcelona skipper, very much still the talisman at the Camp Nou. 43 appearances this season and 31 goals for the Argentine. That is some record, isn't it? Messi just having a chat with the referee there as they prepare to do the toss. Let's take a quick look at Bayern Munich's team in the meantime. Manuel Neuer is in goal. It's a back four of Alphonso Davies, David Alaba, Jerome Boateng and Joshua Kimmich. Thiago and Goretzka are playing in the middle of the park, and then it's Perisic from the left, Müller playing behind the striker, Gnabry on the right, and of course the striker and the main man in this Bayern Munich side is Robert Lewandowski. Interesting that Kimmich has dropped into that right back position. He's been playing in the centre of the midfield for the majority of this season, but it appears that with Pavard out, that is the way that Hansi Flick is going to plug that problem. That is by, of course, bringing Joshua Kimmich into that position. Very comfortable footballer, very competent option, and one that Hansi Flick obviously feels can do a good enough job, even for a game of this magnitude. Just moments away from kickoff, maybe not even moments. Good evening to those of you saying hi in the chat. William says 2-0 to Bayern from a Barcelona fan. Bayern look unstoppable. KSKS says Bayern and City are my favourites this year. We're ready to get underway here. It's the Stade de Luche, as I said. It's Barcelona versus Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. And to be frank, they don't get much bigger than this. It's Barcelona who are going to kick us off. They're attacking, as you look on your screens, from left to right in their traditional blue and red strip. Bayern Munich are all in white this evening, and it's Barcelona who get us underway. Here is Sergio Busquets. Alphonso Davies is in possession. Didn't take Bayern very long to regain it. Here's David Alaba, of course, formerly a left back, left wing back, whatever you want to call him. Very much a centre half these days at Bayern Munich. That's the position he's been occupying for the majority of this season, as that all goes over the top towards Thomas Müller, who'd made a run beyond Robert Lewandowski there. Busquets looks for Messi. He lets it run, aware that he'd just come from an offside position. All is back with Bayern Munich at the minute. Don't forget, guys, throughout the broadcast, leave your comments, leave your questions. I'm all about having an open discussion here about what we're seeing in front of us this evening, and hopefully we get a cracker as Jordi Alba just ushers the ball back to his goalkeeper, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. German goalkeeper, of course, playing against German opposition this evening. Here's Thiago Alcantara, heavily linked at the moment with a move to Liverpool. It was understood yesterday that talks had begun between the two clubs. Whether anything will materialise, though, remains to be seen. Here is Luis Suarez. Arturo Vidal has just taken up position on this left-hand side for Barcelona. Infield to Frankie de Jong. Piqué bringing the ball forward, plays it to right-hand side where he finds Nelson Semedo. Now Alphonso Davies into Thiago. Lovely ball in the gap into Müller. Here is Perisic. Looks for the ball infield towards Müller, but it's cut out. Vidal will pick this up, and perhaps Barcelona can break now. Sergio Roberto just helps it on to Lionel Messi. Vidal made a run ahead of him, but he just strayed into an offside position. Sergio Roberto with a delivery towards the far post. Wonderful interception there from Jerome Boateng to prevent that ball reaching Luis Suarez, who was lurking at the far post. First real opening for Barcelona. They split Bayern open on the counter-attack there. That is a warning for Hansi Flick's side. Not been the greatest season for Barcelona. There's no doubt about that, but they still possess a great deal of quality. Here's Nelson Semedo. Back to Sergio Roberto. Ball inside. Busquets lets it run across his body. Looks for De Jong, who's dispossessed, and Bayern Have it back with Serge Gnabry. Looks for Perisic, who's broken free on this left-hand side. The Croatian comes forward, has the ball on his left foot, stands it up towards the edge of the penalty area. Müller takes a touch into Lewandowski. He gets it back, and Müller with a wonderful goal puts Bayern Munich in front after just 3 minutes. Devastating attack from the German side, and what a wonderful finish that was from Thomas Müller. Brilliant link-up play between him and Robert Lewandowski. It's been a feature of Bayern Munich's season, and Barcelona, just after I was giving them praise for the way they'd attacked, find themselves behind. You just see the replay. Perisic was certainly onside. It's a lovely ball towards the edge of the box. Very much intended for Müller. He takes a touch into Lewandowski, gets it back first time, and manages to find that far bottom corner, leaving Marc-Andre ter Stegen with absolutely no chance. It's the left foot of Müller. All he did was guide it into that far corner, and it's a wonderful, wonderful finish from a player you can definitely call a Bayern Munich legend. They lead. It's Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1 here in Lisbon. What did you make of the goal? Let us know in the comments. It was a fantastic finish from Thomas Müller. Wonderful ball into him initially from Ivan Perisic. Once the ball went into Lewandowski, you knew that something was brewing, and Bayern Munich have taken the lead as a result. Big hello to those of you who are joining us a little bit late. If you are joining us, feel free to, of course, hit that like button. It is so, so important. Wherever you are watching us from, on whichever platform it is that you are joining us from, make sure you hit that like button. Less than 5 minutes played here. I think Barca are complaining perhaps about a challenge on Jordi Alba there. Certainly was a little bit late from Serge Gnabry. Certainly made contact with the... on Serge Gnabry, I should say, rather than from. Here is Busquets into Sergi Roberto. Tucks in field quite often, does Sergi Roberto, and Nelson Semedo provides Barcelona with the width on that right-hand side. His ball is into Messi. Semedo continues his run. Messi looks to find him, but across comes Alaba to deal with that. Ball played down the line. Just took a slight deflection according to Ivan Perisic, but I don't think the officials have seen it that way. Don't forget, if you fancy syncing up our broadcast with your television pictures, all you need to do is download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code TFA2020. That way you'll come under Total Football Analysis's wing. You get a notification every time we go live as well. Nak Samath in the comments says, Barca's lineup is interesting, like a diamond 4-4-2. Certainly looks that way so far. Really, really interesting to see how these two systems fare against one another. Here is Arturo Vidal. Lovely ball over the top. Jordi Alba's in behind, puts it across the penalty area for Luis Suarez, and it's turned into his own goal by David Alaba. It's 1-1 here in Lisbon, and Barcelona got in behind Bayern once again, but this was an absolute disaster from David Alaba, and Bayern have shot themselves in the foot here. It's 1-1, and what a wonderful start to this game. I can't believe it. Jordi Alba made a wonderful run in behind. It was a wonderful ball to pick him out. He plays a ball across the penalty area, which in truth lacked any sort of conviction. But David Alaba, in his attempts to slice it clear, has sliced it over Manuel Neuer and into his own goal. What a lively start to this game. Neuer, despite his best efforts, couldn't keep it out. My word, what a game we have on our hands here. 1-1, and we've not even played 8 minutes here. Incredible scenes. Never write Barcelona off, even if it was courtesy of a Bayern Munich error. Here is Alaba, the man responsible for Barcelona being level at the moment. Now, Jerome Boateng. One here at the Stade de Luce already. Here is Davis, who I make to be one of the best fullbacks in world football at the moment, even at such a young age. Wonderful work from Gnabry to turn and get away from Semedo, but the Barcelona fullback recovered and recovered well. Suarez heads it down into Busquets. Barcelona will be delighted that they managed to find a reply so early. Quique Setien will have breathed a huge sigh of relief when he saw that hit the back of the net. Messi. Semedo continues his run once again. Constant threat on this right-hand side for Barcelona. Suarez making a move ahead of him. He slips him in, and Suarez looks to just lift it perhaps over Manuel Neuer. It's a good save from the German goalkeeper. He stood up big and he stood up strong, and he denies the Uruguayan. But again, it's wonderful play from Barcelona through the legs of Alaba there from Semedo. Suarez just tried to lift it over the goalkeeper, but he didn't quite make the contact he would have hoped. But it's been a wonderful start to this game, and Barcelona are giving as good as they're getting at the moment. Messi into the penalty area, flicked on towards the far post, is cannoned off the woodwork from Sergio Busquets, and Bayern Munich escape once again. Barcelona are playing brilliantly. Bayern Munich looked as though they might have taken control of this, having scored so early. But it's Barcelona at the moment who are playing all the football here. Wow. Here is Jordi Alba. Serge Gnabry working back, defending well, as he so often does. We just see that delivery into the box from Messi again. I'm not even sure how much contact Sergio Busquets made with that ball. That it comes cannoning off of Manuel Neuer's far post, and Bayern can breathe a huge sigh of relief. 10 minutes gone. I'm out of breath already. This is a cracker. An absolute cracker. Lewandowski under pressure from Piqué. Piqué under pressure. Sells the dummy to the Bayern players. And then plays it down the line into De Jong. Lays it off for Alba. Ball in behind for Suarez to run onto. Across comes Alaba to deal with it. Suarez just looked as though he was lacking a bit of sharpness there. Alphonso Davies just caught as he looks to break away by Leo Messi. I think he's going to be booked perhaps. Goes to help Alphonso Davies up. Alphonso Davies is rapid. Once he gets away from you, there is no recovery. Perhaps that's why Messi felt the need to clip the Canadian and bring him down. 11 minutes played here. No sign of a card for Leo Messi, though. I think Thomas Muller's having a word with the referee. He's not best pleased about that. Don't forget, guys, get your comments in. Keep them coming. Let's get interactive here. Big hello to everybody who's watching us via Hot Mic, or to those of you tuned in via the various YouTube channels as well. Smash the like button if you haven't already. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 1 here in the Stade de Luce. In an explosive start to this UEFA Champions League quarter-final. Here's Muller. The ball with the outside of the foot. Here's Alphonso Davies. Delivers into the penalty area. Met by the head, though, of the Barcelona defender, Longley. Good work from him. Conceded a corner in the process, though. And Alphonso Davies just showing that he can get forward. Good quality delivery as well from the Canadian. Goretzka was making a late burst into the penalty area there. Longley does his job. Kimmich will take this corner for Bayern Munich. Delivers it right-footed. Flicked on at the near post by Gnabry. You could see what he was trying to do. But the ball came back off him, unfortunately for him. It's a Barcelona goal kick. 12.5 minutes gone here. Barcelona take the goal kick short. Here's Ter Stegen. Ball forward. It's a terrible ball right into Thiago Alcantara. Into Muller. Turns it back towards Lewandowski, who tries to divert that goalwards, but he's put it well over the bar. Hendon Guna says, good evening, Harry. Cracking game. Nice to see Both teams going for it. Absolutely. It's a breath of fresh air when you see teams play football this way. Just watching that Ter Stegen goal kick again. It was a terrible ball. Lewandowski just trying to divert Muller's header on target, but unfortunately for him, it's a very, very difficult task and one that he was unable to live up to on this occasion. Wouldn't rule out seeing a Robert Lewandowski goal this evening, though. Here's Kimmich, takes it down on his chest on that far side for Bayern Munich. Chips into the box. Muller heads it back towards the penalty spot. Barcelona look as though they've got it clear, but it's only as far as Goretzka. His shot's blocked. Suarez has gone down holding his head. The referee's having none of it, though. Piqué heads clear. It will come back towards the Barcelona penalty area. Lewandowski flicks it on. Gnabry looking to get him behind, but it's guided back to the goalkeeper by Gerard Piqué. Suarez is up again now. Sergio Roberto into Busquets now. Messi will carry it forward for Barcelona. Lovely ball out to the left to Arturo Vidal as they look to open up Bayern Munich and make use of the width of the pitch. Sergio Roberto into Busquets. Is that De Jong? Kartik Joshi says, Messi masterclass incoming. Harry to do a Martin Tyler. That's astonishing. That's absolutely world class. Let's see if we get one of those moments. I can't tell you what I would say. It just comes out. And Lewandowski looks to put pressure on Gerard Piqué, who guides it back to the goalkeeper once again. Here's De Jong. Infield to Busquets. Now Vidal. Manages to draw a foul out of Thiago Alcantara there. As I said, lots of reports linking him with a move to Liverpool. Understood he wants to leave Bayern Munich this summer, but whether Liverpool will be able to meet the asking price, understood to be around about 30 million euros, remains to be seen. Suarez with a lovely ball. His left foot out to Jordi Alba. Thiago to Alphonso Davies. Poor touch, but manages to recover. Here's Alaba into Gnabry, who's come deep. Back to Alaba. He's under pressure here. Alaba, whose own goal, of course, is what has cancelled out Bayern Munich's lead after Thomas Müller scored a wonderful goal to put the Bundesliga champions in front. Vidal just caught there by Alphonso Davies. The challenge was a little over-exuberant, according to the officials. See a replay of it, no doubt about the fact it was a foul. Peter P says, probably the best Barca I've seen since Kike. Real intention of actually getting into the penalty area. Defence is still what it is, but that's another matter. Agreed. Barcelona have certainly not been at their brilliant best under Quique Setien, but when you've got this sort of talent within your squad, you're always capable. Messi pulling the strings. Busquets at the heart of the midfield, just sitting deep there and doing the protection job, but also starting play from deep areas as well is so, so key. Two teams full of top-class footballers. Is Perisic looks to take a touch inside the Barca penalty area and forces Jordi Alba to put that out for a Bayern Munich corner. Don't forget, guys, smash the like button if you're watching us on YouTube. A lot more viewers at the moment than likes, which is disappointing. Hit that button. Let's put that right. Corner delivered in by Josh Kimmich. Met by the head of Goretzka. He's a threat in the air, is Leon Goretzka. Arriving late from the midfield for Bayern Munich. Barcelona goal kick. Again, we see that short goal kick. And again, we see Marc-Andre Ter Stegen play the ball straight to Thiago Alcantara. Gnabry. He won his team a corner. He has. Anika says Bayern are an unreal force at the moment, but Messi is Messi. Agreed. Nobody quite like him. Kimmich will take this corner. On 18 minutes for Bayern Munich. He plays it short, cuts it back to Thiago on the corner of the box, goes back to Kimmich, just changes the angle for the cross. His cross is deflected. It's headed away by Suarez, but not very far. Kimmich turns it back into the penalty area, and Piqué rises above Goretzka to concede a corner. Been a wonderful spectacle so far. Not even had 20 minutes yet. Champions League rarely fails to deliver. Ter Stegen punches clear the next Bayern Munich corner. Thiago's touch is a loose one. De Jong will pick it up. He wants a free kick from Josh Kimmich, who was just running back there, trying to get back in position. Looked as though he did catch De Jong there. Sure it was intentional or that it was as bad as De Jong would have you believe, but gone down. He's won the free kick and he gives his team a breather. Smart play. Big hello to Federico, who's joining us, Roma fan. And to everybody else, of course. Keep your comments coming. All ends up back with Marc-Andre Ter Stegen again in the Barcelona goal. Here's Alba, sorry. Using that, we got Alba, we got Alaba on the pitch this evening. Here is Messi carrying the ball forward for Barcelona. Semedo's to his right. Messi uses him as a disguise, creates the space and has a wonderful shot towards Manuel Neuer's goal, but it was just lacking the right angle. That's what Messi can do. He often uses the runners to disguise what he's going to do. Drifts in field, and once you let him do that, he's very, very difficult to dispossess. Usually, he makes you pay. Here is Boateng. Bayern in possession currently. They're replying to a couple of messages from you guys coming through in the live chat. Some of you asking some questions about the platform and how you can use it. How you can use it most effectively. I'll say it again. You're watching us via the Hot Mic app. We'll just pause that for a minute as Bayern come flooding forward. Here's Gnabry into Perisic. Perisic left-footed, drives it across goal. And it's a wonderful finish. And Bayern Munich are back in front. 21 minutes on the clock, and it's a wonderful goal from Ivan Perisic to put the Bundesliga champions back in front, despite Barcelona looking the more threatening. Lionel Messi looks furious with his teammates there. We just await the replay once again. It was Sergi Roberto who lost the ball in the middle of the park. Gnabry picked it up. Perisic made the overlapping run. He looked as though he was going to cross it, shifted it onto that left boot of his and just drove it low and hard across Ter Stegen's goal. He got a foot to it, but all that did was elevate the ball into the roof of the net. It's Bayern Munich 2, Barcelona 1 here. Ter Stegen will be disappointed with that, but Hansi Flick will be absolutely delighted. Bayern are back in front. Wow, what a start to this one. What a start we have had to this game here. It's been brilliant. Here's Suarez. Takes a touch. Bayern appealing for handball. They're not going to get it. Suarez's ball was looking, I think, for Sergi Roberto, but it ended up going all the way back. Here is Alba. Delivers into the box. Vidal is in the Bayern Munich penalty area. The ball will run all the way towards the corner flag, and Alphonso Davies just lets it run out for a Bayern Munich goal kick, an opportunity for them to take a breather as well. Just going back to what I was saying about the Hot Mic app, if you haven't downloaded it, please do so. Use the promo code TFA2020 and you can sync our broadcast with your television pictures Alternatively, if you are joining us via YouTube, that is fine as well. But if you are, make sure you have hit that like button. It is so, so important, as I keep on saying. Lewandowski heads it back across the Barca penalty area. Alba's down. Lewandowski's not happy, sorry. Here's Messi. Semedo. Sergi Roberto, the man who was dispossessed. Although, watching it again, you can't help but feel that he wouldn't have wanted that ball there from Nelson Semedo. He was put in a terrible position, the Barcelona man. But even still, he's got to do more. Bayern have it back now, as Gnabry cuts it back to the edge of the penalty area. Thiago to Kimmich. Looks for the cross. Just steps inside. Kimmich lays it off to Thiago, who strikes one left-footed against his former club. But it's always rising. It's high and it's wide. Not his greatest effort. What a game this has been so far. Here is De Jong. Messi. Into Sergi Roberto. Delivers it low across the penalty area. This time it's Boateng trying to cut it out, and he manages to do so successfully. Messi will take the corner for Barcelona. And they hit back again. We really, really disappointed, having had a stroke of fortune to get back into the game and created a couple of opportunities of their own. Bayern Munich are just ruthless in those positions, aren't they? I think it was Longley there looking to try and divert his header towards the Bayern goal, but it came off the defender, according to the officials. Just see that again. Yeah, it was Boateng who got ahead to it rather than Longley. Sergi Roberto back to Messi. Slows right down and then shifts it to that left foot of his. Wonderful delivery and met by the head of Longley at the far post. He's just headed it wide, and another great opportunity goes begging for Barcelona. Flag was up though. I think he had just strayed slightly offside. He certainly looks it in the replay. The goal wouldn't have counted anyway, but he wasn't to know that at the time. Here is Alphonso Davies. The poor pass in truth, but he's fortunate that it's come straight back to him. Here's Perisic. Goes past Sergi Roberto, puts a lovely ball across the penalty area. Ter Stegen got an arm to it, and Robert Lewandowski, of all people, just couldn't turn it in. But Bayern could have been 3-1 up there. Every time Bayern Munich go forward, they're causing absolute havoc. As are Barcelona, to be fair. Both sides have been very great to watch, I should say, in the final third. Defensively, though, both sides leaving a lot to be desired at the moment. Here's Boateng. Into Thiago. Into Müller, puts it over the top. Brilliant ball for Gnabry, through on goal, and Bayern are 3-1 up. It's Serge Gnabry with a wonderful finish. That is top-class stuff from the Bundesliga champions, and they've opened up a 2-goal lead over Barcelona, who will be kicking themselves. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 3, and we've not even played half an hour here. Wow. That has got to be one of the passes of the season. Thiago's lovely ball into Müller, I think it was, who just flicks it round the corner. Was it Müller or Goretzka? It was Goretzka. He just flicks it round the corner. And there was Serge Gnabry to get on the end of it. And once he gets the wrong side of Longley, He's not being caught, but the finish, to be composed in a game of this size, of this magnitude, to be so composed and to strike a spinning ball as accurately as Serge Gnabry did there is sensational. Wonderful technique from the former Arsenal man. And Bayern open up a commanding lead. Dream start and a dream first half so far for Hansi Flick's side. And again, Barca have lost it in their own penalty area. Lewandowski goes so close to putting Bayern Munich 4-1 up. My God. Ter Stegen with a terrible ball out to Busquets this time. He was dispossessed by Lewandowski. He tries to fool Ter Stegen by going for the near post, but the German goalkeeper recovers really, really well. It's a corner for Bayern Munich. Barcelona are at 6s and 7s at the moment. Wonderful ball in again, headed clear by Suarez. Never ever rule a team with Lionel Messi out, but Bayern Munich are in control here. Busquets, after a poor touch, concedes a foul. I think maybe Kimmich had strayed offside though, and if that is the case, then it won't be a Bayern Munich free kick as first thought. Seeing the replay, I think Kimmich was, I think he's one of 3 Bayern Munich players that was in an offside position there. Here is Sergio Roberto, infield, Messi. Here's Boateng now for Bayern into Gnabry. Back to Thiago. Lovely driven ball over the top for Robert Lewandowski to run onto. Bayern Munich are in full flow at the moment. 3-1 is a very decent lead, but can they put Barca to the sword and put this game beyond doubt sooner rather than later? You feel like one more goal would possibly put this tie beyond the reach of the Catalan club. Even with Lionel Messi in their side, it would be a tall order, wouldn't it, for them to come back now. Here's Boateng into Lewandowski. Loses out in the duel to PK there. It's not often you say that about Lewandowski, but he's won the ball back for Bayern. Perisic puts it into the box. Gnabry was arriving. The cross slightly too high for him. Kimmich delivers low into the near post, and Thomas Müller makes it Bayern 4, Barcelona 1. And if Quique Setien still has a job after this, I'll be very, very surprised. It's half an hour gone. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4, and Bayern are on fire. Barcelona are not happy with something with regards to the goal. I think they want something checked. We're just going to have a look what it could be that they're possibly unhappy about. Kimmich's delivery was a good one. Müller just got to that near post ahead of Longley there. Great movement from the German to get into that position. And once he got there, that was it. Ter Stegen, no chance. Bayern 4, Barcelona 1. Jack the Ripper in the comments says Bayern are scary. That is exactly what they are. And you can see Philippe Coutinho, of course, on loan from Barcelona in the crowd, clapping and applauding the work that Bayern Munich have done so far. They've demolished Barcelona, 31.5 minutes played. Big hello to Mr. Tony Chelebis in the comments as well. And to all the rest of you, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Big hello to those of you listening to us via the Hot Mic app. Here's Leon Goretzka. Another chance for Bayern. Strikes wide. They're having so much joy at the moment, Bayern. Barcelona are in disarray. They're falling apart. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. As I was saying, to those of you watching us via the Hot Mic app at the moment, you can synchronize the broadcast with your television pictures. Download the app with the promo code TFA2020 and you'll be able to do so. Total Football Analysis providing you with an alternative soundtrack to your football. Here is Frankie de Jong. Messi looking to escape the attentions of Müller. Bayern thought they'd won the ball back fairly there, but the referee disagreed. Certainly was a strong challenge. Arctic says Bayern are rampant. They will eat Man City if there is a final. Just had a text. Who are these clowns dressed as Barcelona? To be fair to them, they started the game pretty well. They'd created as many chances. They'd gone close themselves. A header from Busquets coming off the post after they'd equalised. Since then, it's been all one-way traffic. Messi delivers into the penalty area. Piqué looks to get ahead to it, but Bayern get it clear. Sergi Roberto will look to try and turn the ball back, but he ends up being forced all the way back to his goalkeeper. Bayern have given them a few chances this evening, but I'm not sure they're going to get many more. Birch says Barcelona better make a 60 million bid for Mustafi real quick. Here is Lewandowski into Müller, lays it off to Kimmich. Ball chipped in towards Lewandowski's run, but Piqué read that, dealt with it. Now it's with Busquets, back to Lenglet. Into Sergi Roberto. Can he turn though? That's very similar to the area in which he was dispossessed earlier on, which led to Bayern Munich's second goal. Arctic asks in the comments, do you fear Barcelona going after Aubameyang after this, Harry? No, I feel like the only thing that's going to come out of this is something that we pretty much expected anyway, if I'm being completely honest, and that is for Quique Setien to leave his position at Barcelona. He will not be in charge, I don't think. I know it feels like an obvious thing to say given the reports we've been hearing of late, but this will be the final nail in the coffin, wouldn't it? Suarez helps it on to Semedo, just continued his run into the Bayern penalty area, but the ball ends up with Manuel Neuer. Two German international goalkeepers on display tonight. Here is Boateng. Get your questions in. We'll come to as many of those as we can during the half-time break. Give us something to talk about as well. 35.5 minutes gone here in Lisbon. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4. And Ter Stegen taking risks on the ball again, putting his players under pressure again. He's had an absolute nightmare 35 minutes. And for those who say that he should be the German number one over Manuel Neuer, well, I think tonight may have forced them to reconsider. Perisic's shot was high and wide. The ball was spinning in truth. It was always going to be very difficult to keep it under control. Barca have a free kick. Taken quickly by Sergi Roberto. Arctic says even Leno is ahead of Ter Stegen. Tony says 12 shots on goal from Bayern compared to 3 from Barcelona. Tells you the story of how things have gone, at least in the last 15 minutes or so. I would say prior to that, pretty even. Barcelona were creating opportunities of their own, looking menacing on the counter-attack. Messi brought down by Thiago, former teammates, of course. It's pulled back there, the Argentine wizard. Barca look to be clever from the free kick, and the ball ends up with Manuel Neuer very comfortably. Here's Kimmich. Lovely ball from Neuer there. Very confident. As Alaba plays a lovely ball down this left-hand side for Alphonso Davies. Looks up, cuts it back. It's just behind Gnabry. Lewandowski Goretzka into Kimmich. Now Gnabry. Kimmich continues his run. Gets it back from Gnabry. Kimmich's inside the Barcelona penalty area. Looks to cut it back. He's appealing for a handball, but Lenglet's arms were down by his side. You've got to say, it would have been very, very harsh if a penalty was awarded there. But Bayern have a corner. Certainly had his arms down by his side. Did Clement Lenglet. Kimmich will take this corner for Bayern Munich. Delivered into the box. Lewandowski rises, heads towards goal, but it's right in the centre of Ter Stegen's goal, and it's a comfortable save for the Barcelona goalkeeper. Good leap from Lewandowski. Managed to direct it goalwards at least, but didn't have perhaps enough power or the right direction on it to cause too many problems for the goalkeeper. Endenguna says Barcelona are being outmuscled everywhere on the pitch. Can't disagree with that at the moment. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching us live via YouTube, more important there than anywhere else, that you hit that like button. Kimmich under pressure from Vidal. Brought down by Vidal. Bayern get a free kick. Kevin Jean says, we are seeing the end of an era for Barcelona. Difficult to disagree with that, to be honest. Tony says, Barcelona look knackered or shocked at the moment. I think it's probably a little bit more of shock at this moment in time. I'd expect that physically they'd have come into this in the condition required, but it does take the wind out of your sails, doesn't it? When you make the kind of errors that they've made, when you allow Bayern Munich those opportunities, because they are ruthless and they will take them. Here is Semedo. Looks to divert the ball towards Suarez, who was in plenty of space in the middle, but the cross was overhit. Flag's gone up as well anyway against Nelson Semedo a little bit later. Better late than never, I suppose. Gino says, Gnabry, the one that got away. Certainly feels like that as an Arsenal supporter. With incredible talent. Always showed signs of promise at Arsenal, to be fair to him, but he went out on a loan spell to West Bromwich Albion from what I remember, and from then on it just didn't look good for him. Went back to Germany, reinvented himself. It wasn't long before Bayern Munich came calling. What a good decision it proved to be from them. Of course, they've got Leroy Sané available from next season as well. Another young German talented winger to add to the ranks. Could see why they're so dominant. German football and in European football. This really, really could be their year. Challenge anybody to tell me a team who have looked better than them this season. Certainly can't think of one. Here's Gnabry. Unable to just keep that in. Ran out of grass in the end. Gino says, this is bad. Now Barca will sign all of our transfer targets. Well, this is the thing. Do Barcelona have the money to do those deals? I know we talk about them being a super club and we talk about the finances that those sort of clubs have available to them. But we know very well documented that financially they are in dire straits at the moment as Jerome Boateng picks up a yellow card. The first one of the evening, I believe. Lost Luis Suarez there. Had no choice really, but to bring the Uruguayan down. As we just watched this again, Thiago's touch was the problem. Suarez pickpocketed him, knocked the ball past Boateng. And the big German central defender didn't really have a choice in the matter. He couldn't get out of the way anyway. But just watching that again, Suarez looks as though he's caught Thiago there in the process. Perhaps that had been something that was looked back at had led to a goal. A naughty challenge there from Suarez. Just left a little bit in on Thiago. Lovely back heel by Vidal. But Alba was unable to get on the end of that. Bayern have it back. Here's Boateng. In towards Kimmich, but the space was too narrow there. Vidal takes the throw in quickly, looking for Suarez as Barcelona desperately look for a way back into this game as we approach half-time. 43 minutes on the clock. Here's Longley into Piqué on the halfway line for Barcelona. Driven ball out to the right. Shaped up as if it was going to be a driven pass. It was more of a floater in the end. Here's Gnabry. Back to Alphonso Davies. Infield, Thiago. Muller helps it on for Kimmich, who continued his run, but the ball just got stuck under his feet. Vidal can recover for Barcelona. Busquets into De Jong. Got Suarez ahead of him. Just goes beyond Suarez. Suarez is square now, but De Jong retains possession. Here's Busquets. Messi coming central to perhaps try and affect the game a little bit more. Not been involved, particularly since Bayern scored their second and third as much as Barcelona would have liked. Constantly being followed is Leo Messi. This ball comes in over the top. Suarez takes it down on the chest and strikes one. Good effort from Luis Suarez. Under the circumstances, he did well to take the ball down and get his shot away. I think Alaba may have got a slight touch to that just to take the sting out of Luis Suarez's shot, but it was a comfortable save for Manuel Neuer in the end. Around about 20 seconds left of normal time in this first period. Not sure how long will be added on. It's half time in Lisbon. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4. Wow. Bayern Munich took the lead and Barca replied instantly, albeit through an own goal from David Alaba. But from then on, it was all Bayern Munich. It was one-way traffic, and you can see by Lionel Messi's face as he makes his way to the tunnel. He is not pleased. It's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in around about 5 to 7 minutes or so. We'll be going through some of your questions, some of your comments. So please don't go anywhere, and we'll be back. Cheers. Hello and welcome back to our live watch along of Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. What a game it has been. It's been an incredible watch so far. Barcelona are just all over the place, aren't they? Let's be honest. Bayern started the game. I guess probably the better side. They took the lead. Wonderful bit of work between Muller and Lewandowski, and a wonderful finish from Lewandowski in the end, putting Bayern ahead. But Barcelona then started to take control of the game a little bit. And of course, David Alaba turned that horrible cross into his own net. To be honest, it wasn't even that big of a problematic cross, but he still managed to completely slice it and beat Manuel Neuer in his own goal. And at 1-1, Barcelona looked as though they might be the side who would take this game by the scruff of the neck and potentially put themselves in front. But that wasn't to be the case. They were dispossessed in the middle of the park. Serge Gnabry found Ivan Perisic on the left, and from a tight angle he drove a fierce shot back across the goal. Ter Stegen got a foot to it, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it out of the net. And there you were, Bayern Munich were back in front. Just 6 minutes later, Serge Gnabry increased the lead to 3-1 after he was put in from a wonderful ball from Leon Goretzka, which split the Barcelona defence open, and the ball was bouncing. And even with such spin on it, Serge Gnabry managed to divert it low and hard and back across the goal, beating Marc-Andre Ter Stegen in the Barcelona goal. And then on 31 minutes, Thomas Müller at the near post turned in a wonderful cross to make it 4-1. And it's very, very difficult to see a way back for Barcelona in this one, isn't it? It's so tough, despite the fact that they've got Lionel Messi in the team, which in theory means you should never write them off. I really struggle to see how they are going to find a way back into a game in which they've been completely dominated for the most part. Let's talk a little bit about Barcelona's performance, because they've lost the ball far too often in really dangerous areas, in particular in their defensive third. Sergio Roberto's been guilty of it. Busquets has been guilty of it. But a lot of their problems, you can't help but feel, have come from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and his distribution. It's been really, really poor. He's looked to play long balls out when they've initially taken the goal kicks really short. They're trying to suck Bayern in and take advantage and play around Bayern's high press. But what they're doing is they're just putting themselves under unnecessary pressure. And if you're going to do that, you have to be accurate in your distribution. And that certainly hasn't been the case when it comes to Ter Stegen tonight. He's been all over the place, in my opinion. And as I said, during that first period, there are some people who believe he should be Germany's number one goalkeeper ahead of Manuel Neuer. But when you look at the performances of the two tonight, they are quite contrasting. And for sure, Ter Stegen has not given a good impression of himself this evening. Just the one yellow card in that first period. Jerome Boateng was shown it very close to half-time after he brought down Luis Suarez around about the halfway line. But other than that, Demir Skomina of Slovenia has had a decent game in the middle. No real controversial situations and no real criticisms of him from me anyway. But of course, let us know what you think. It is Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4 in the Stade de Luz, and we are bringing this game live to you for Total Football Analysis. We're currently broadcasting via a number of platforms, mainly on the Hot Mic app, where you can find us and you can synchronize our broadcast with your television pictures. We're also going through the Total Football Analysis YouTube channel, and we're going through the Chronicles of a Gooner YouTube channel as well. So we're coming to you from lots of alternative angles. If you haven't already on the broadcast, hit the like buttons, leave your comments. Any feedback is very welcome. As you can see, I'm flying solo this evening, which is a lot more difficult because when you haven't got anybody to bounce off in the conversation and you have to talk constantly, it can get quite tiring. So it's been a while since I did a game by myself, actually. So I have found this a little bit challenging. But fortunately for me, it's been a wonderful, wonderful game of football. And that's helped us get through it. Still waiting for the two teams to re-emerge. Not any sign of them so far. So we'll go to some of your questions. Baskar says, Harry, what's the latest on Thomas Partey? I'm assuming you're talking about the links with him joining Arsenal this summer, possibly. My understanding was that Atletico Madrid were not open to any discussions whilst they were participating in the UEFA Champions League. But we know now that they've been eliminated. And interestingly, Thomas Partey played no part in their defeat against RB Leipzig last night. So does that mean anything? Does that mean that he's on his way to the Emirates Stadium? Honestly, I don't know. We know that Atletico are looking for around about 50 million euros. That is rumoured to be Thomas Partey's release clause. Arsenal have understood to have asked if they can pay it in instalments, but Atletico are not interested in that because they would, of course, need to replace the Ghanaian. So at the moment, we're in a bit of a stalemate with Atletico Madrid, and nothing has been done just yet. There have been some reports this evening of a deal being agreed, but these are from what I would class as largely unreliable sources, so I wouldn't read into that too much just yet. But he remains, as I've said throughout this transfer window, Arsenal's priority target this summer. Whether a deal can be done, however, remains to be seen. If you've got any more questions, comments, fire them over and I'll address as many of them as I possibly can during the broadcast. The teams are back out on the field here at the Stade de Luz. Barcelona are going to make a change. Antoine Griezmann, former Atletico man himself, is ready to come on. Not sure who he's replacing just yet. I think it's Sergi Roberto, who had a first half to forget, to be honest, and it is Sergi Roberto who has made way. Quique Setien clearly not happy with him. And the Frenchmen help Barcelona wrestle their way back into this tie. It is a tall order, of course it is. Likely to see them playing in a more, I guess, a more traditional 4-3-3, which is what we've been used to from Barcelona over the years. Messi from the right, Suarez through the middle, and Griezmann looks as though he's going to start from the left-hand side of that front three. Don't forget, hit the like button if you haven't already. And we will bring you this second period back underway. Kimmich. Thiago looks to take it down, but the touch is poor, and Piqué picks it up. It's back with Ter Stegen again dwelling on the ball. Plays a ball out towards Semedo on the right, but again it's a poor pass from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. He's just done it far too often this evening. His distribution has been nothing short of shocking. Here is Boateng. Searching ball out towards the left where Ivan Perisic is. He takes it down after Semedo's poor header or attempted clearance. I'm not sure what it was, if I'm being honest. Here is Lewandowski now. Checks back, escaping the attentions of Semedo in a cross game. The Chilean Arturo Vidal. Wild clearance into the stands from him. Not messing around. Van Rakitic is one of the Barcelona substitutes currently warming up. Of course, they can call on Ousmane Dembele as well. Ansu Fati too. Player who's made plenty of, or earned plenty of admirers, I should say, throughout the course of this season. Bayern aren't short of talent on their bench either. Philippe Coutinho, of course, on loan from Barcelona. Kingsley Coman is there too. Here's Suarez for Barcelona. Lays it off for Jordi Alba. Look to just knock it past Kimmich there, who I think he'd fancy his chances against in a foot race. Seeing a replay of the attempted ball over the top for Serge Gnabry. Cut out well by Nelson Semedo. Kimmich will take this throw in on the near side for Bayern Munich. Flicked on by Lewandowski. Perisic looks to cut it back across the penalty area, but it deflects and rolls into Ter Stegen's arms. Here's Vidal back to Piqué. Semedo. Vidal struggles to keep it in. It's a poor pass to him, in truth. He is not happy with the service he received there. Here's Thiago. Into Goretzka. pair link up brilliantly in the middle of the park. And interestingly, after the restart following the coronavirus sort of pause or break, whatever you want to call it, Kimmich was a regular fixture in the middle of the park. Here's Muller. Opportunity maybe for the hat-trick. Lays it off to Perisic. Drives the shot towards goal, but it's right down Ter Stegen's throat. It's a comfortable save in the end, but Bayern just showing how quickly they can go from one end of the field to the other. As I was just saying previously, Kimmich was Goretzka's partner quite often after the restart. Did very, very well in that position, but with Benjamin Pavard out, an easy call for Hansi Flick. Kimmich has the technical and the physical capabilities of playing at fullback. Particularly when they dominate the games, it allows him the opportunity to get forward and use his quality in the final third from the wide areas to pick out the likes of Lewandowski and Müller. Even Goretzka, who arrives fairly often late into the penalty area. Here is Clement Lenglet. De Jong. Griezmann looks to help it on, but not sure who he was looking for or who he thought was in that position. Griezmann just caught Kimmich there. He looked to move away. Here is Perisic. Taking up position on the right-hand side at the moment, and Gnabry's out on the left. Switch up there from Bayern Munich. Muller just holds off Lenglet's challenge and lays it off to Kimmich. Left-footed this time, in towards Goretzka. Takes it down on the chest and fires towards goal, but his shot is over. Struggled to keep that down, did Leon Goretzka, but we were talking about him arriving late. That's what he does so effectively. Wonderful piece of chest control. Semedo did well to put him off, but struck the ball at a really high point, Leon Goretzka, which makes it very, very difficult to keep it down. Suarez looks to go past David Alaba, and the linesman's ruled in Suarez's favour. Looks as though he's got his team a free kick. Seen a yellow card brandished by the referee. Not sure who was the recipient. I think it was Alphonso Davies. Wait for confirmation on that. Referee still walking around with that yellow card and still showing it to people. Vidal and Alphonso Davies having a word, exchanging words. Vidal is a tough competitor. Not someone you necessarily want to get involved in a scrap with. It is Alphonso Davies who's been shown the card. Setien remonstrating with the fourth official down there as well. Chance for Barcelona to get the ball into the penalty area. Like Messi has pulled rank on this one. He's going to take it. Alaba certainly caught Suarez there. Not sure it was in the face necessarily, but he did catch him. Referee's not happy with a lot of the antics going on at the moment. Good ball in from Messi. Try and get it clear at the second attempt. Here's Gnabry into Muller. Just helps it on to Thiago. Players making runs ahead of him. Here's Lewandowski on the left-hand side at the moment for Bayern Munich. Will he look for Muller? No, he cuts inside instead and probably just held on to it for too long. Muller surely offside. He's laid it off. Back to Lewandowski. Barcelona are appealing for offside, and it was offside. It certainly looked it at first viewing anyway. Kevin Jean says Vidal against his former team, right? I believe Bayern are one of his former teams, yeah? We just see that again. Muller certainly strayed into an offside position there. Cut it back for Lewandowski, who finished it as you'd expect him to, but that was always going to be ruled out. Helped on there by Vidal. Suarez will chase it. Fouls Davis, though, in his frustration and his over-eagerness to get on the end of the ball. Here is Kimmich. Thiago, nice touch, nice turn. And he's caught by Suarez. And Suarez is going to pick up a yellow card now as well. Seems to have been irritating the referee at the start of this second period. And it was only a matter of time before Luis Suarez got his name in the book alongside those of Alphonso Davies and Jerome Boateng. Certainly caught the heel of Thiago there as he looked to turn away. Former Barcelona player, of course. Gnabry into Thiago. 54.5 minutes played here, near enough. Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4. No signs of a Barcelona resurrection just yet. Tomato plays it forward, but there were 2 Barcelona players standing in offside positions there. They're forced to leave it and simply walk back. As poor from Bayern Munich, though, and it's a cheap corner conceded. Fingers crossed from their perspective that they won't live to regret that, because it's really sloppy defending, isn't it? Messi's delivery, met by the head of Perisic, and then helped on by Müller. Here's De Jong for Barcelona, into Messi. Back to De Jong. To Semedo, the deepest player at the moment for Barcelona, but under pressure from Gnabry, he's forced back to Ter Stegen. He plays a lovely ball forward, over the top, just slightly overhit. Jordi Alba had stayed forward there. Almost got on the end of that. One of the better pieces of distribution from Ter Stegen this evening. But here come Bayern, full of purpose. Goretzka to the left-hand side. Lewandowski so often takes up that position. Looks to stand it up at the far post, but Perisic was a little slow in reacting. And De Jong is able to just help that ball out. Not even help it, just shepherd it almost out for a goal kick. Here's Griezmann now on the left-hand side for Barcelona, just inside the Bayern Munich half. Messi. For Jordi Alba, lovely touch. That's it back inside. Suarez from the edge of the box. Lovely skill to get past Boateng. And Suarez scores. And Barcelona are back in this. It's Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 4. Wonderfully taken opportunity. Good work from Jordi Alba. It started from a wonderful ball from Leo Messi. Lovely ball in behind the Bayern Munich defence. Alba cut it back. Suarez takes a touch, sells Boateng the dummy, creates the space, and with his left foot just guides it into that far corner. Neuer with no chance. It's a wonderfully taken goal from the Uruguayan, and Barcelona perhaps will have a glimmer of hope now. Wonderful finish, wonderful football. It's Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 4. Game on. We all expected goals this evening, given the array of attacking talent across these two sides. I don't think any of us predicted that we'd have seen 6 within the hour, though. Highly entertaining stuff here in Lisbon. These Champions League one-legged ties have delivered so far, in my opinion. I've really enjoyed them. Not sure if it's something that could be feasible in the future. I've certainly enjoyed them. Here's Müller. Alba comes across, does really well. Sees a throw, but good defending from the Spaniard. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching us live at the moment and you haven't already, make sure that you hit the like button. Whichever platform, whichever YouTube channel, or whichever app you are watching us on at the moment. Kimmich forced back. It's Alaba. Neuer out to the right-hand side where Kimmich will take it down on his chest, but he's under pressure. It looks as though that goal was just given Barcelona a little bit more energy. Goals galore, says E1BR27. Going to see another yellow card dished out here. I think it's to Ivan. Is it to Perisic or to Alba? It was to Alba. Referee certainly looking in his direction, but he wasn't looking in the referee's. Is the Barcelona fullback who's been shown a yellow card. PK. Vidal gives it back to PK. Lemon Longley. Nice work. Plays the ball forward, but it's only as far as Goretzka. Barcelona just unable to pick players out from those positions. Perisic fires one. Was bouncing. You can see why he was tempted to hit it. Not his greatest effort, though. Don't forget, we're bringing you live coverage of Manchester City versus Lyon tomorrow as well. Jack Cunningham and Cam Megan will be on commentary on behalf of Total Football Analysis as we take you through the remainder of the Champions League games. Seeing a replay of Thiago's challenge there. Another yellow card. A Slovenian referee not shy to dish those out at the moment. Kingsley Coman is getting prepared to come on for Bayern Munich, perhaps to freshen things up a little bit. Not sure who it was that picked up the yellow card, but it was somebody on Bayern Munich's bench. The assistant. Nelson Semedo will take this down on the right-hand side for Barcelona. Still time. It's whether they can endure this last half an hour without conceding. I think they'll be more concerned about, if I'm honest. Semedo just caught there by Goretzka. Probably going to see Bayern Munich try and cause as many stoppages as possible at the moment and try and disrupt Barcelona's flow. Up until this point, they've done very, very successfully. Here's Gnabry. Now Thiago. Alphonso Davies. Lovely bit of footwork there to get past 2 or 3 Barcelona players. He's got the pace to beat Semedo as well. Checks back Davies. Lovely skill. Beats Semedo. Can he cut this ball back to a Bayern Munich player? It's back across the penalty area. And there is Josh Kimmich from right back to turn it in. The 2 Bayern Munich fullbacks combining. And surely now it's all over. Surely Bayern Munich are in the semi-finals of this season's Champions League. Wow. Brilliant stuff from Alphonso Davies. Left Nelson Semedo for dead despite stopping completely. He just had that turn of pace, shifts it out of his feet, beats the Barcelona man, drives into the penalty area, leaves it to the very last minute to cut it back. And there was Josh Kimmich from right back showing his midfield instincts actually to get into that position and turn in an easy chance. It's Bayern Munich 5 now, Barcelona 2. Wow. What a performance from Bayern. And surely now, despite Luis Suarez seemingly giving the Catalan club some hope. It's certainly all done and dusted now. It has to be. Kevin John says Semedo got sent for a McFlurry. Great comment. He was left for dead. Left for dead. .63.5 minutes played. Barcelona come again. Here's Messi. Edge of the box. Drives a shot low towards the far post. But never troubling Manuel Neuer in the Bayern goal there. Been very, very quiet tonight, Lionel Messi, by his standards, hasn't he? Here is Alphonso Davies. Gnabry. Kimmich. Perisic cuts it back. Griezmann working back to get there for Barcelona. They're playing around in their own penalty area again. And they've been burnt by that on a number of occasions this evening. And almost again. Kartik Joshi says, this Bayern Munich team will win the Champions League this season. It's already sealed, in my opinion. You can see why they are so many people's favourites. There's Sergio Busquets for Barcelona. To Messi. Just puts Alaba on the floor there. There's Griezmann coming down the left-hand side. Plays the ball infield. Busquets takes a touch. Now Vidal. Busquets gets it back. Here's Messi. Griezmann takes a touch. Shoots towards goal. It's deflected into the penalty area though. Nothing really comes of it for Barcelona as they come again. Semedo at the far post rises there, but he's caught Alphonso Davies there. The Bayern players are not happy. Serge Gnabry showing concern for his teammate, and a free kick has gone Bayern's way. A big hello to Antoine Griezmann. I think that's how I've said it. Sorry if I've made a mistake there. Antoine Griezmann. I think that's right. Thank you for tuning in, mate. He's joining us all the way from Ethiopia. Let me know if I've said it wrong. I do apologise. As we just see a replay of Alphonso Davies taking one in the face there for the cause this evening. Bayern are going to make a change. Ivan Perisic is going to make way for Kingsley Coman. Just going back though to Alphonso Davies. What a wonderful talent he is. Just 19 years old, Canadian international. Played 29 times in the Bundesliga this season for Bayern Munich. Came from the Vancouver Whitecaps January last year for just £9 million. What a wonderful piece of business that's turned out to be from Bayern Munich. Antene says, you were close. Glad to see. Got it some of the way, at least. But thank you once again for your support, mate. Thank you for tuning in. It is much appreciated. What time is it over there in Ethiopia now? Let us know. Barca preparing a change of their own. 67.5 minutes played. Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 5. Game full of goals, but unfortunately for Barcelona fans, stacked in Bayern Munich's favour. Again, Bayern Munich dispossessed Barcelona in a dangerous area. Here's Kingsley Coman with an early opportunity to get himself on the score sheet after Thomas Müller pulled it back. But again, Barcelona playing themselves into trouble. Good defending from Jordi Alba. It's a crucial touch on that. Perisic thought his teammates had increased their lead even further. But Bayern Munich's performance this evening will be sending shockwaves throughout Europe at the moment. They really are the informed team. Kimmich puts the ball into the box. Müller somehow has come out with possession here, puts it back in. Headed clear by the Barcelona defender Longley. Alphonso Davies turns it back into the penalty area. Ter Stegen comes and gets a fist to it. It breaks Gnabry, whose shot was blocked. Barcelona defensively are all over the shop, aren't they? Here's Messi. Lovely ball in behind for Arturo Vidal. Looked as though it had just the right weight on it, but Kingsley Coman did really, really well to get back there. Good covering from the Bayern Munich winger. Fresh, of course, having just come on, Ivan Perisic. Here's Goretzka. To Coman. Thiago, plenty of time in the middle of the park to receive the ball. Get out to the left where Coman will receive it. Gnabry's inside of him, the two wingers sort of getting together on that left-hand side. Seeing that effort from Gnabry again. It was a good save, I think, from Ter Stegen. Sergio Busquets is going to make way. And Ansu Fati, another promising youngster, is going to come on. And he helped Barcelona at least salvage some pride. Able to get on the end of that pass from Luis Suarez. Ansu Fati wearing the number 31 shirt for Barcelona. Don't forget, guys, on whatever platform it is you are joining us from, smash the like button. Big thank you to Anika for your comments on Hot Mic. She says, sorry, I've just lost the screen. I'll just come back to it in just a second. Thank you to Anika, who says, the commentary has been absolutely amazing. You've given your own insights, but have not diverged from commentating the actual game. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate the support. And if you don't already, make sure you follow us and you'll get notifications every time we go live. And of course, we'll be bringing you coverage of the remainder of this season's UEFA Champions League, as well as some of the Europa League stuff. And next season, we'll be bringing you a full program of games. Really looking forward to putting those plans in place with a number of enhancements as well. Here's Messi. Still somehow manages to come out of that with possession. Gets it back from PK. Good work, though, from Thiago to recover. Here is Griezmann. It's for Ansu Fati. Just judged to have pulled back David Alaba there. Now conceded by the 17-year-old. Born in Bissau, but a Spanish national. 7 goals and an assist in 24 La Liga appearances this season. That is impressive for a player of that age, you've got to say. Very much one for the future. One of the few bright lights in Quique Setien's vision at the moment. So the chances are he will not be in charge of Barcelona next season. Pretty safely say that was always going to be the case, but tonight certainly won't have done him any good in terms of persuading those who call the shots at the Catalan club that things could be any other way. Got around about 12 minutes. 18 minutes on the clock at the moment. 17 now. Plus stoppage time. Barcelona will be desperate for this to end now, surely. Here's Kimmich. Infield. Muller lets it run brilliantly. Lewandowski shifted onto his right foot. Strikes it against Semedo. Gets back at the second attempt. Lewandowski desperately trying to create the space for perhaps another shot. Ends up going back to Thiago in the end. Lovely bit of skill from him. Muller is as good as anyone at receiving the ball in those tight spaces and linking up with his teammates. As Griezmann leaves it for Messi. Despite being 5-2 to the good Hansi Flick is still demanding more from his men. And Bayern Munich are going to make 2 changes. One of them, interestingly, is the Barcelona loanee, Philippe Coutinho. Strange will that be? Be interesting to see his reaction at the end of this game. Very much deemed surplus to requirements at Barcelona. Sent out on loan to Bayern Munich at the start of this season. Hasn't really worked out for him there as he would have liked. Bayern Munich deciding not to take up their option to buy the Brazilian. But that could be down to the financial situation and the current climate as well. Gino in the comments says, the stadium looks weird without fans for a game of this importance. I agree with you, but I've got to say, I'm getting used to this football with no fans. I'm not saying I like it or that I want it to be that way for any longer than it has to be, but I am getting used to it. Coutinho replaces Serge Gnabry, one ex-Premier League player, for another. Put in another wonderful performance, has Serge Gnabry, given another excellent account of himself. Got himself on the score sheet as well. The second change is Jerome Boateng. He's being replaced by Niklas Süle. Like for like. And it's interesting actually because Boateng is somebody who a lot of people had spoken about as being finished and past his best. But he's played a key role for Bayern Munich, particularly since the restart of football. And again, he's put in another very decent performance. Here's Coman. Kimmich. Coman low. Ter Stegen gets a foot. Unconventional goalkeeping there from the German, but effective nonetheless. Here's Ansu Fati. Not got much in the way of support. Forced back. Escapes the attentions of one and then 2 Bayern Munich defenders, and eventually he's brought down. It's 11:30 in Ethiopia at the moment, so thank you to you for staying tuned in, despite it being so late where you are. It is very much appreciated. Here is Gerard Piqué. Messi. Fati lets it run. Alba, infield to Fati. To Suarez. Messi looking to engineer the space for a shot. Somehow digs one out of nowhere. Saved easily by Manuel Neuer down to his left. Comfortable stop for the German in the end. Big hello to Wilson O as well, watching us from India, where it is 2 a.m. Wow, that is dedication. Thank you so much, mate. Really, really appreciate your company throughout this game. Here's Vidal. Let us know where you're joining us from in the comments. Go, let us know. I want to see as many different cities, countries as we possibly can. Let us know in the comments between now and the end of the broadcast. Give shout outs to every single one of you for sure. KD says just after 2 a.m. in India. Gino is joining us from South Africa where it's raining. Kartik is joining us from Edmonton in Canada. Also raining here in London where I am as well. There are a few very, very hot days. Weather has taken a turn for the worse. It's England though. What did we expect? Vidal still complaining and arguing with the referee. Just having a look back at Messi's recent effort. Kirch says hello from the East Coast in the USA. Wilson says, bro, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate your kind words. Bayern win themselves a corner, and it's Philippe Coutinho who's won it. Interesting to see his reaction post-match, won't it? Will he celebrate? Will he be a little bit muted? Coutinho into the box, cut out by Suarez. Young. Evan Jorn says, you'll be surprised. A few years ago, I was on holiday in Australia. All pub open at 5 a.m. for a Champions League kickoff. Yeah, I believe it, my friend. Football fever is all over the world. Let us know where you're listening to us from as well. Very much an international broadcast this evening, which is great. If you haven't hit the like button already, please be sure to do so. Can't stress enough how important that is in terms of getting the video in front of as many people as possible. Here's Coutinho. Kevin's in London, down the road. Here is Coman into Kimmich. Coman continues his run. Lovely pass from Kimmich. Maybe just needed a little bit more on it. Kevin says, is that Sutton in Surrey? If so, it's a place I know very, very well. Spent much of my childhood in Sutton. Here is Alphonso Davies. Infield to Coutinho. Back to Muller. Tony asks, when was the last time no Spanish teams made it to the semis? A great point. Something I have to look up because I couldn't give you an accurate answer at the top of my head, but it's a great point. Here's Alphonso Davies. It's for Muller, but the pass was a little bit wayward. Davies has got it back, though. Here's Coman now. Just inside the Barca penalty area. To Kimmich. Goretzka. Coutinho will receive it. He's got Alaba making a run on the outside. Good skill from Coutinho. A little bit fortunate with the deflection. Coutinho. Towards the far post, and Coutinho registers an assist for Robert Lewandowski, who makes it 6 for Bayern Munich, and this has become a real rout. Bayern Munich are in cruise control and Barcelona are crumbling. Quique Setien watches on in horror, but it's Philippe Coutinho who registers an assist against his former club. Lewandowski may, though, have just been offside. We're going to have to wait for the VAR to have a look at this one. Just a slight hint of offside there in Robert Lewandowski's run. Be a shame for Bayern if it is. An Italian video assistant referee, and Quique Setien, as disappointed as he looks, that quite frankly I don't think it's going to make a great deal of difference to his future. Slovenian referee just waiting for communication from the VAR. I think it's going to be ruled out for offside, just based on that one replay that we've seen. Is it 5 or is it 6? That is the question. Not sure why this takes so long. One of the frustrating things about VAR, for all the good that it does in terms of correcting injustices, etc., etc., it doesn't need to take this long. Bayern are going to take the opportunity to make some changes. Alphonso Davies is making way. The Canadian fullback has put in a wonderful performance again. Check is over, we're being told. What is the outcome? Goretzka's making way as well for Tolisso. It's Tolisso and Hernandez who have come on for Bayern as they look to see this one out. The goal stands. Interesting. I thought that he looked slightly offside from what I saw, but could be wrong. See another yellow card dished out. This time to Joshua Kimmich. To be fair, it's been coming all night for Kimmich. Here is Arturo Vidal. Kevin asks where I bounce. I'm in North London at the moment. But I refer to Sutton because it's where my grandparents used to live. It's somewhere I spent a lot of time when I was a kid. On Gander Green Lane, to be specific. I'm sure you know it if you're from those parts. Here is Muller. Lewandowski's ahead of him. Instead, he goes to Coutinho, takes a touch and puts it in. And Philippe Coutinho scores against his parent club. Wow, what a story. Philippe Coutinho, he doesn't celebrate, and rightly so, I say. But it's 7-2 to Bayern Munich, and Barcelona have been utterly disgraced here. And to rub salt in the wounds, as if it wasn't bad enough, Philippe Coutinho, of all people, the Barcelona loanee, has added Bayern Munich 7th. Wow, what a story. It was almost as though he didn't want to score. Gives it a little fist pump when he does, but I'm sure he was wary of the way he celebrated just in case he does end up having to stay at Barcelona. Setien watches on in horror. He can't believe what he is seeing. Coutinho very much proving that he still has something to offer. Suarez goes down holding his head. I think he's not sure if he's won his team a free kick or if the referee's just stopped it because it is a head injury. Barcelona substitutes watching on in horror. Their team are 7-2 down. Here is Ansu Fati. Tony says this is the worst Barcelona result since 1976. Wouldn't be surprised. Their rich European history, there can't have been too many nights like this. Coman. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff from Kingsley Coman. Got Coutinho to his left, uses him. Coutinho goes for goal again. This time PK cuts it out and concedes a corner. Barcelona will just be desperate, won't they, for this to end? This has been an absolute disaster class from Kike Setien's side. Thank you to Cape Town Guna, who says, loving the commentary, the best today. And I've tried a few, watching from rainy Cape Town in South Africa. Wish you all the best. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for your support. It is, I promise, very much appreciated. Here's Sula at the back for Bayern Munich. Into Kimmich. Robert Lewandowski's come deep to get on the ball. Thiago headed back across the goal, falls to Coutinho, who puts in another one. It's 8-2, and Coutinho has his second against his parent club. Wow, what a story this is turning out to be. It's Bayern Munich 8, Barcelona 2, and Philippe Coutinho, the man deemed surplus to requirements by Barcelona, has got 2. Unreal. It's a lovely ball in towards the far post. It's headed back across the goal. It takes a slight deflection, I think, off of Semedo to fall into the path of Philippe Coutinho. But he takes one touch with the right knee and then just guides it under the legs of Ter Stegen. And you can see the Barcelona players are absolutely furious. You can see he's reluctant to celebrate. But he's been deemed surplus to requirements. Barcelona apparently don't think he's good enough. That is some story. Philippe Coutinho against Barcelona. This is embarrassing, says Omar. Kartik says, this is an annihilation. Reminds me of that World Cup semi-final between Germany and Brazil. Certainly does. Here is Nelson Semedo. Here is Lewandowski. Got Coman to his right. Alba gets back. PK, all forward for Barcelona. They're just chasing shadows at the moment. And to give you an idea of how desperate and how the UEFA officials appearing, well, seemingly, I should say, feel sorry for Barcelona, despite there being so many goals in this second period. I think 5 to be specific. They have only added 2 minutes on. Says it all. Says it all, doesn't it? Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 8. Wow, what a night. Night to remember for Bayern, but one to certainly forget for Barcelona. Rajiv Kumar says, even Spurs only conceded 7. Tony says, great commentary, Harry. Thank you. Much appreciated. Vidal picks up a yellow card for his troubles as well. He's been in the referee's ear all night, hasn't he? Arturo Vidal, a hot-headed character. This referee is not backing down, and rightly so. Frustration just boiling over for many of these Barcelona players, having been completely taken apart by this Bayern Munich side. A Bayern Munich side that many fancy to win this competition from pretty early on this season. A side who I covered very closely for Total Football Analysis after the restart, and I can understand why so many people are behind them. It's full time here in Lisbon. It's Barcelona 2, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Bayern Munich 8. Wow, what a game. A highly entertaining watch, and the story of the night has got to be Philippe Coutinho, who came off the bench for Bayern Munich against his parent club to score twice and inflict further pain on Quique Setien and those at Barcelona. Leo Messi doesn't look happy. He looks absolutely furious. Luis Suarez looks more disappointed than anything, and the look on Quique Setien's face as he walks down the tunnel alongside Hansi Flick says it all. It's finished Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 8. A massive thank you to everyone who has joined us throughout this broadcast, whichever YouTube channel you've been watching on or whether you've been watching via the Hot Mic app. A massive thank you, and we thank you once again for your continued support. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Jack Cunningham and Cam Megan will be bringing you live coverage of Manchester City versus Lyon, and we'll be bringing you more coverage throughout the remainder of the Champions League tournament. You can follow me on Twitter at Harry Symeou, Symeou, if you don't already. And until next time, take care. Have a great evening. Ciao.